So, Val and Val, you met, I think, in St Lucia 2 years ago?
We met before we went there. We met at one of the reunions in Faversham, and we knew we were going to go to St Lucia, and so we made sure we got there and met up at the meeting, the reunion, and we took it from there, really.
Mm. What did you get out of meeting beforehand and meeting with the other volunteers?
Everything, really. To get to know who you were going with was quite important. Well, very important, really, wasn't it?
Yes.
To know what we were going to do when we got there, because meeting up and discussing it is much better than doing it by email. What, from your point of view, Val, probably?
Yes. Well, it is good to meet. There's no doubt about that beforehand. It's nice to know, put a face to a name, and yes. You feel. We then contacted each other, didn't we? And we stayed in the hotel together, didn't we? The night before we left for St Lucia in Gatwick. So.
And also, I think meeting up with Kate and Sally and Diane and getting to know a lot about the project, it's invaluable, really, before you go. So that I felt, I'm sure Val did as well, that we're really prepared for it when we get there. It takes away a lot of the nerves, I think, about going to another country that you're not familiar with. We felt we had sort of backup,
but we'd had both done projects before,
yes.
So we knew that the organisation was very organised, which no loose ends, everything's covered. You feel you're being looked after.
And very safe when you get there because of the contacts and the liaison between everybody. So looking back, we got a lot out of.
Can you be a bit more specific about what you got out of the experience when you look back on it now, 2 years ago?
What being in St Lucia? Well, for me, I think actually I got more out of the experience in South Africa than St Lucia. For me, the project was the court direction program with teenagers, which isn't running anymore. And I suppose my sort of specialty was helping children to read. And when I got there, most of the children had a very good reading ability. So I was not able really to use that skill. I was more helping within the different classes, but I did go round the different classes and tried to make myself useful, as well as in the English lesson. But
well, from my point of view, because I worked in a school for special needs and I wasn't a special needs teacher, I think what I got out of it, by the time I'd finished, I think I realised I almost didn't need to be a teacher to go into the special needs classroom and to help the teachers on site. Anything that I could do as a help, even if it was just doing resources, helping 1 or 2 people to count to 10. It was quite basic stuff that we were doing. So I think I realised you could go on a project and you don't actually need maybe to use the skills you think you've got. There are other skills that you can put into place once you get there. I had a very helpful teacher. I joined her classes mainly, and she used me very well, which helped. So that I realised that I could contribute something, because in the first couple of weeks I thought, I'm a secondary school teacher, I'm not going to be able to contribute anything here. But by the time I left, I realised that I think I contributed more than I realised.
And you did your piano, didn't you?
Yes, I play the piano. It's a long while since I've taught lessons for the piano, but 1 or 2 of the teachers wanted to learn, and one of them was superb. I felt I was the best piano teacher in the world because she was so clever. So out of that, I got some great satisfaction. But in a way, it was really her skills. But she was so enthusiastic, and then the children wanted to learn to play. So there's a lot of satisfaction over those small things that you achieve when you're out there.
So what I think I'm hearing is that it's important to go with an open mind about what you're going to do.
There's no point going and thinking I'm going to teach, because I'm a French trained teacher, that I'm going to be doing this or this. It's nothing like that. You have to adapt, you have to be flexible, and you haven't got to be afraid of doing it. You just have to sort of give in, and whatever they want you to do, you go along with. I actually went out there and was teaching them how to make beds to start with, and make sandwiches, which is okay. I can make a bed and do sandwiches, but I didn't expect to go out there, and they were children who had lots of learning difficulties. So all those basic skills that you have at home, you can put into practice when you go onto a project.
Thank you very much, ladies.